Robot, and for today's review I've got the Age of Extinction Target 2-pack with Optimus and Grimlock. These have been out for quite some time. Your local Target, if they still have them, may have them on clearance now. So if you didn't pick this up, now's a good time to pick it up. I found one recently in the clearance area, so I've kind of been holding off on getting it, and I decided to go ahead and pick it up because the price is so good. This is an interesting piece in general because it's supposed to be tied in with the movie, and it's using two products that were not made for Age of Extinction. This Grimlock is from the Fall of Cybertron. This Optimus is from Dark of the Moon. He's Silver Optimus, which I've never seen anywhere where they've said this, but I think the Silver Optimus concept in general is some idea they had for the movie that they just didn't use, or they modified, which I think is supposed to be what he turns into at the end when he changes his gauntlets and announces he's a knight of Cybertron or something like that. But the cool thing with these guys is they have a lot of chrome plastic, so it looks really sharp, as we'll get into in a moment, and it's just kind of special in general. This guy, well, the box is a little beat up, but this guy happens to be 29 out of 30 for the 30th celebration, with Wind Blade being number 30. So this is another reason, if you're going to collect these, this will add to your 30th anniversary collection. Packaging is pretty standard for the Age of Extinction. And on the back, of course, you get to see what you're about to get: robot modes, vehicle / dinosaur modes. Here we have our figures out of the packaging. As you can see, there's a lot of chrome on these. It does make the figures pop. It makes them feel more premium, especially with the Grimlock, and I'm gonna kind of talk about him real quick. The idea was taking the War for Cybertron Grimlock, this is the Takara version, and giving him a paint scheme in the chrome like the G1 Grimlock had. And I think they did a really good job coming up with that aspect of it. And it looks really nice, it's very nostalgic because it does look very G1-like, and it's a good sculpt in general to have a Grimlock based on. The Optimus, the mold is from the previous movie, Dark of the Moon. The figure is pretty good in its own right. The chrome does make him really pop and really stand out, and they've given him a motif of this Silver Optimus that is supposed to be based on Age of Extinction that didn't technically actually have an appearance in the movie. Again, it was supposed to be some sort of mold he had when he took on the Dinobots that he must have scrapped in production at some point. But even with that said, it is a nice figure, and because he's supposed to be Age of Extinction Optimus, they've given him a sword, which happens to be a Predacon sword. And technically this shield is not Grimlock's, this is his shield, although this is Grimlock's shield. But you put him with Optimus because he's supposed to represent that movie Optimus. Overall, the figures are really nice, and more likely you've got some form of these figures anyway. But the presentation and the chrome are what would make you want to get these. And I would say, just for the Grimlock itself, even if you've got one of the War for Cybertron versions, the chrome and the coloring is definitely worth getting. Just going over the chrome a little bit, you see him with this chrome on the chest, on the claws. He also has chrome on the neck in the dinosaur mode, just like the G1 version. So going back to the nostalgia piece, it gives you this kind of G1 Grimlock, which is really nice. It would have been nice to maybe see these represented with the actual Dark of the Moon figures that have been out, instead of having like the silver chrome like the leader had, or no chrome like the Voyager had. It would have been nice for them to do that. They did do a version of that for the San Diego Comic-Con version, but that set is so expensive and hard to get. I guess this is a way that they gave fans kind of something to kind of come in between. So these still may be out there. I found this not too recently. These are probably on clearance, so if you find them, they probably have a good price. If not, again, the price it wasn't all that bad. They're about like $30 for the set. So again, these are Target exclusive. Check clearance sections if you don't see them in the toy aisle, because they're phasing out a lot of the Age of Extinction stuff. Check out wherever the clearance sections are in the toy department, and you might come across these, and you might come across them at a good price. But we thank you for watching our review. Tune in to Hip Hop Robot next time, and we've got some more exciting stuff ahead.